Hi there, yourselfers. Bob here. This is my 2018 Macan GTS that I'm going to rewire the camera on it. So cue the beauty shots. Okay, so for this camera, it's a Viofo, I don't know how you say it, but relatively inexpensive front and rear camera. The problem is I had it in for service at Porsche, warranty work at Porsche, and they disconnect the cameras when you do the warranty work. So I must have ham-fisted trying to get the connector back in. So bent the pins inside there, so I'm going to rewire it, and that's also the power that has to be fixed as well. Okay, so this is the cabling here. I'm going to rewire it, and what I've done is done an add a fuse. Had those two fuses there. It requires a switched and an unswitched connection, so in my case I used the horn and the home link. So the horn is only on when power's on and the home link's always on. But check in your fuses and see which ones you want to use in your particular configuration. In my case it was A3 and B7 for those two things. So I'm going to cut these and redo it. This piece of plastic just pulls out of the way. I ran the cabling up through the insulation there, and we'll get it out of there in a heartbeat. Okay, so I got all the wiring out, and basically it's quite a lot of it, but the connection that goes to the camera, and then there's this sort of controller, and you could set it for how many volts you want the battery to go down to when it's filming motion and things like that. And then you've got the switched and the unswitched version, and then a ground. So we'll just take off that ground, clip these wires, put on some new crimpers, and take it from there. Okay, so ground strap. This is a 13mm bolt. Take that ground strap off. Gonna cut these two wires, so yellow to B7. Okay, so it's a bundle of wires. Yellow to B7. Some stripping here. Okay, got her all wired up. Ground wired up to B7 for the switched, and A3 to the unswitched. Check your own fuse manual and see which ones you want to use. But I think I'm going to run the cable over to the camera first before I bury all the wires and everything, and just make sure everything's working. So I'll test that now. It works great. So I've cleaned up the wires, ground wire, these two, and everything, tucked it in there, ran it in and around the trim, and then into the headboard now. So I'll just finish buttoning it up. Where's that panel? Right here. Get this nice and underneath the trim. Right. Oops. There we go. Okay. Little brute force. We're good to go. This one, you gotta get up and under. And then there's a bunch of clips. Done. Okay, so there's the camera all buttoned up. Looking forward, looking good.